I was missing out on so much growth, love, and healing by staying in tune with the lie of secrets. Because secrets are weapons of mass destruction. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Empowered Psychology Podcast. My name is Cristela, and I'm the host and the founder of Empowered Psychology, which is an educational platform and community that gives a voice to those with visible and invisible illnesses with the goal of empowering others to overcome adversity and create their dream lives. Thank you so much for being here today, because today is going to be a very important, powerful topic. So on my podcast and on my platform, I've already shared my story and have dropped some valuable life-changing information about how to conquer lupus. But now we're going to get into the specifics and talk about self-advocacy, because self-advocacy is super, super important if you want to conquer lupus and any illness, okay? This is going to be life-changing, life-saving information. So get a pen, get a pencil, get a paper, and let's go. When I was thinking about, how I was going to present this information, I usually come up with a system and I share like what I did to overcome or create this system of self-advocacy. That's what we're talking about today. But it's this topic I'm going to talk about today is way deeper than I thought, because when I started to really plan this video and plan what I wanted to talk about, I realized that I advocated for myself in a way. It was like a process that was so beautiful, such a beautiful process, and I didn't even know that process was the reason why I became so good at advocating for myself, and I got the results that I wanted for advocating for myself. And I didn't even know it was because of this that I'm about to talk about. So I decided, before I share how to properly advocate for yourself in the healthcare setting, that I want to give you a good foundation, because I had a good foundation, and because of that foundation, I properly advocated for myself. So I want to set that foundation for you guys. So what I'm going to talk about today is the power of self-love and building a strong support system, and how that is going to give you the confidence and the love you need to properly advocate for yourself. So honestly, this system and this process took a few months for me to build, but honestly, it is so worth it. And here on my platform, I talk about that. Good things take time. Good things take time. Nothing is going to happen overnight. And if you want to conquer an illness, you're going to have to accept that. And it's actually so beautiful what happens when you're willing to go through the process. And I feel like the changes that you make are permanent because you were willing to see everything and be patient and permanently make changes. The only way to permanently make changes is to go through the process and let time do its thing, and you dedicate yourself to the time. So before I start talking about this, just know that this is going to take time, because now that I think about it, this took about 6 months, like for me. Okay. So it all started here. Last year, I was recovering from a lupus flare, and I was undergoing IV treatments and just recovering in general. And honestly, my mental health was very, very, very bad. Very bad. And the reason my mental health was really bad was because when I first got sick, yes, it was bad. I almost died. But I recovered so beautifully that I really forgot about what happened to me. I mean, I always remembered, but I honestly forgot. And not only did I forget mentally, but I also forgot through my actions. I wasn't taking care of myself the way that I was supposed to, and the way that I do now. So when this illness came back and it attacked me in a completely different way, I was shocked. I was so shocked. And not only was I shocked, I was actually scared. I was scared. Because, I mean, it just showed me the monster that this illness is. This illness is capable of doing so much to your body and destroying you in all aspects, physically, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, etc., that I was honestly terrified. And I had a lot of anxiety. I didn't know where to start in creating a healthy lifestyle, because I was like, okay, what's the point of doing this? What if this is wrong? What if this causes another flare? Oh my gosh, like I was all over the place. Like, even just talking about it right now, y'all can probably see I was just all over the place. And that's where I realized I could not do it by myself. And so who did I call on to? God. Thank you, God. Because God really guided me through this process. So I told God, I don't know what I'm doing. And I was honest. And that's another thing I talk about on this platform. There's so much power in being emotionally honest. I mean, that is the most powerful thing you can do. So I kneeled down and I called God and I said, you know what? I cannot do this by myself. I literally told God everything I was feeling, all the anxieties I had. I cried about the depression I had, about how scared I was. And I told him, I do not want to be sick. I do not want to live a life where I'm sick. You know my goals. You know what I want to do in life. I cannot be sick. Please help me. Because at that point, I couldn't even help myself. I couldn't do it by myself. So I let God help me. And God helped me. And he gave me this revelation. Secrets are weapons of mass destruction. Again, secrets are weapons of mass destruction. So by me being, number one, by me taking that first step and being honest, 100% honest with God, I was already breaking the curses that secrets cause within me and my relationship with God. So there was a process. So this is where God gave me the strength to then be honest with myself. I was already honest with God. So then I was like, okay, now it's time for me to grow a relationship within myself and be honest with myself. And for 6 months, I literally dedicated my entire life to healing and letting things out that I've never, ever let out. Why? Because secrets are weapons of mass destruction. So I started to grow my relationship with myself, which is something that I was never taught to do. And it's something that is super important. And I'm going to talk about in later videos about the relationship you have with yourself. You are with yourself every single day. And whether you believe it or not, you have a relationship with yourself. And I had to really evaluate what was the relationship I had with myself. And I realized, like, I was completely disassociated with who I was. And it was sad. But through journaling, the power of journaling, and I'm bringing out my journal here just to show y'all, I mean, all these things that I was writing. Shout out to Dr. Knox, my mentor, for giving me this amazing gift. It's so beautiful and I'm forever grateful. But I mean, through the power of journaling, I was able to heal and create this beautiful relationship within myself. And little did I know, what this process was really instilling in me was love, self-love, self-respect, and self-worth. So after a few months of really, really being honest with myself and getting all the mess out of my head, bringing secrets to life within myself, destroying them, because secrets are weapons of mass destruction, I felt free. And I started to heal mentally and emotionally. So after I got to a really good point within myself, that's when God gave me another revelation and honestly threw an atomic bomb in my life, a good one now that I think about it. But when he told me this, I was like, what? He told me, okay, now that you've been honest with me, you've been honest with yourself, and you see the changes, now you need to go be honest with your friends and your family. And wow. Now, I didn't realize what he was going to do with that, but that's why you always need to trust God. Because what God was doing for me was making sure that I built a strong support system that was 100% based on transparency. That is super, super important. And honestly, you're going to get farther in your healing when you are 100% honest. Because when you're not 100% honest and you let these secrets, which are weapons of mass destruction, take over your mind and cause you shame and make you ashamed of being honest, it's going to take it's going to take way longer to heal. It's going to take way longer to heal because you're literally postponing your healing by giving into these lies. So I was scared. I was like, okay, I'm going to be honest with my friends, but honestly, I was a little scared because I didn't want my friends to think differently of me. I didn't want to be a burden, and I want to address that. That is the biggest lie ever. That is the biggest lie ever. Because by you being honest with your friends and your family and asking for help, you shouldn't feel like a burden. If anything, you should have a whole arena clapping for you, because that is a sign that you are a strong person who wants to heal. That is the most amazing thing you can do for yourself, and the biggest act of self-love is being honest with those around you and asking for help. So I was like, okay, fine. I hit up my closest friends and my family, and I was 100% honest about what this illness was doing to me. I was honest about the anxiety it was causing me, the depression it was causing me, the PTSD it was causing me, my fears, and the things that I wanted to change within myself. And also, I was honest about the fact that I needed them to hold me accountable and be here with me in my journey of healing, because I truly couldn't do it by myself. And I needed their support. I needed their love. I needed them. I needed that connection and that friendship. And the response I got was truly revolutionary, because nobody judged me. If anything, they loved me even more. And then, like I said, I asked them to keep me accountable. I had some of my friends texting me every single day. To this day, they text me every single day, asking me how I am, making sure that, I have my ginger, I take my medicine, that I'm eating healthy, that I work out, that I dance. I mean, wow. And it really showed me the power and what I was missing. I was missing out on so much growth, love, and healing by staying in tune with the lie of secrets, because secrets are weapons of mass destruction. And by me letting go of all those secrets and being open and honest with, number one, with God, then with myself, and then with my friends and my family, oh my gosh, that is where my healing started to happen. Because then I didn't have anything holding me down, because I already let everything out. I already was transparent about the fact that I needed help, and I already had a clear vision of what I wanted, which was to heal and get into remission. I mean, at that point, I was unstoppable. So then when it came down to me finding a group of doctors who, one, cared about me, and number two, knew what they were doing, and number three, were going to put me into remission, I had what? The confidence, because of my support system. My support system gave me the confidence to know my self-worth in order to properly advocate for myself. Because advocacy and self-advocacy is all based on what? Knowing your worth. When you know your worth, you are going to beam confidence, and you're going to go into those rooms with those doctors and say, this is what's happening to me. this is what I want, which is to heal and get into remission. And I need to make sure that you are going to do that for me, because I'm not living like this. And I deserve a life full of love and purpose. Boom. And that's what I did. And look what happened. Now I have a team of doctors who care about me and who put me in remission. And look now, look what's happening. I'm literally living my best life. I'm healthy. I'm vibrant. I'm thriving. And not only that, I have an amazing support system. So no matter what goes down, I know that I have a team of people to fall back on. So the first step in self-advocacy and advocating for yourself is creating a strong support system. And how do you do that? One, by being honest with God about what you want and what you're going through. And then working on yourself, developing that self-love and self-worth within yourself, getting rid of those secrets. Because secrets are weapons of mass destruction, and we are not going to let secrets and shame get in the way of your healing, because if you allow it to, it will. And then after that, once you work on yourself with God and with yourself, you can then go to your friends, go to your family, and ask them for help. Ask them to be your support team. Be honest with them about what you're going through. And after that, you will literally be unstoppable, and you will conquer this illness. There's no doubt in my mind about it. Because when you have a support system and you support yourself too, and you let God handle your life, I mean, there's no way that you can fail. There's like literally no way. And what that did for me is that it made me realize my worth. So when I got into those appointments, I was ready. I knew what I wanted, and I knew how to advocate for myself, and it hasn't failed me since. Now I don't even have to worry about it, because I've set up a system and a group of people who actually care about me and who are actually going to take care of me. So that is the first step in self-advocacy, is creating a strong support system so that you can have the confidence and the love to go advocate for yourself, and advocate for yourself based on your self-worth, because that's all it is. There is no doubt in my mind about it that you will conquer this illness following those steps. So before you start advocating for yourself, which I'm going to teach you in the next video about how to properly advocate for yourself in the healthcare setting, you need to make sure that you heal within yourself, your relationship with God, and then you're open and honest with your friends, and you build a strong support system so that you can have the confidence to know your self-worth, so that when you go advocate for yourself, you get what you deserve. And what do you deserve? You deserve to live a life that is meaningful, purposeful, and full of vitality and safety. You do not deserve to be sick 24/7 and allow this illness to destroy your life, because there is treatment for lupus. There is a way to heal. If I healed, you can heal. And it all starts with that. Your relationship with God, healing within yourself, and being open and honest, getting rid of the secrets, and creating that support system within your family and your friends and even communities. There are so many communities out there that you can join that want to help you and have the resources to help you. And with that, you will be unstoppable and properly advocate for yourself. Why? Because you're already grounded so beautifully in the power of love, in the power of community, in the power of connection with your friendships, with God, with yourself, that you will properly advocate for yourself based on that beautiful foundation. That's real. And I saw it play out in my life, and look where it has me now. Yep. Okay, y'all, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day. Please share this content, and thank y'all so much for supporting me and my mission with Empowered Psychology. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.